All right. Hey, y'all. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Not going to be a long time on here. Um, I haven't been on since last week. And yesterday, hubby and I had a discussion. Some of you have probably noticed I have not gone live as much as I used to since I got sick. And well, this is going to be my last video. Um, just the way it's going to be for a while. So, and I hope y'all know that April Fools, I wouldn't quit doing this without talking to y'all first. Anyway, April Fools, happy April Fools Day. And I know I hadn't been live in a few days. The reason is I had things going on over the weekend. Hubby was off Monday and Tuesday. Monday, we went grocery shopping. And yesterday, we went shopping for a pressure pot for resin. Not a pressure cooker pot, but a pressure pot. And let me see if I can show y'all a picture of what a pressure pot kind of looks like. Let's see, where did we get it? Harbor Freight. Um, it's very big, it's very heavy, and it's kind of scary because you build up your pressure in it, and if you don't have it just right and the lid down right and everything, it can explode on you. But that's what a pressure, oops, there you go. Now it's for painters with the spray paint. So we have to do a couple of modifications for it. And it hooks to an air compressor. He even bought me the little air compressor to go with it. And that way it doesn't get rid of the bubbles in your resin. What it does is it's it compresses them so small that you can't even see them with your naked eye. They're microscopic. So that way I won't get those little micro bubbles in my resin anymore. Hi Tammy. Hey KK. So that's what's going on. And I haven't demolded these yet. The butterflies that we poured, I haven't taken them out. So they ought to be good and dry. So we can take them out now. Oh, those are pretty. Got a little air bubble there. See that little air bubble? Probably not much. And down here, but that's okay. I'll sand and fix that. This is not resin. It's not plaster. It's more like a porcelain. So let's take them all out. Like I said, I didn't demold anything. I didn't do anything with any bit of this. And we are going to top coat them with resin once I put the tissue on them, and the tissue has a chance to really cure up. But I think they're kind of cool. And I'm considering going ahead and mixing up enough to do another set of these in the butterflies. And I'm thinking about doing a set in this coaster that I have and use the other two tissue papers that I've got. Oh, yeah, KK, I don't mind if you're naked as a jaybird, honey. All right, I've got to cut out the tissue that we're going to decoupage onto our butterflies. So let me just get some cut, get this out of our way. It's huge, right? And I think I might be able to get all 4 of them out of this piece. I'm hoping anyway. All right, there's that. That's a lot easier to and more manageable. Let me move these over here so we can deal with one at a time. Because you kind of want a position to where you get the most flowers. Oh, that'll be pretty. Okay. All right, we're going to cut down that line. And I just figured with spring that the sunflowers would be so pretty, right? Nice and bright. What do you think? That'd be good. Okay, so now we got to get a layer of decoupage on here. You're funny, KK. Where'd I put my decoupage? Here it is. I had my mom and my nephew, they went out the other day, and I just had them stop by the Dollar Tree and pick this up for me because, well, I didn't feel like going anywhere that day, and they were going anyway. So, oh, can y'all hear my air conditioner? Is it bothering anybody? You like that? Yeah, I do too, KK. I think it'll be nice. And I'm not going to use a brush. I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to put a little on, kind of slather it around because I don't want a very thick coat at all. I want it to be nice and thin so it doesn't soak into my tissue, you know, and it'll be kind of tacky without being wet. You know what I mean? Because sometimes things are just, well, they get too wet and then your tissue tears, and nobody wants that. Okay. Oops, sorry, I'm out of frame. So sorry, y'all. Okay. Got a nice thin coat. Now, take my piece of tissue and let's see, I don't want to, oh, that's perfect. Don't want the wrinkles. I'm going to have wrinkle there. Oh, it's going to tear. Yep. Okay. We'll get it. Hang on. I need a baby wipe. It'll be all right. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that piece that had that, where it folded in there. But it'll be all right. It'll still work. I'm able to kind of work it out gently, very gently. Okay. Now, I'm going to figure out how the best way to pick this up. And then I'm just going to kind of go around the edge with the file. And it will take it off. Remove this piece. And remove this. And you see what I mean? It just folds it right off. It looks nice. Because you don't need a lot. It's pretty easy to just take your file and barely, and it'll come right off. And then all you got to do is go back over it with a little Mod Podge. I'm going to make sure they dry for a couple of days before I add the resin on top, because you cannot have any moisture, no, you know, with your resin. It'll mess it up. Tool ever made it. I know, right? For glue, it's just easier. Why dirty up a paintbrush or something to add glue when you got your God-given tool right there with you, right? And just gently go around. Might have a little bit of a hard time in that crevice, but it'll be all right. We'll get it. There we go. But you see how pretty that's going to be? All right, let's get around this edge. I'm going to, oops, sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to trim up here and get that off. And we're going to go around this edge. And this is the easiest way that I have found to get your edges when you're decoupaging something. Just let it dry on there enough, and you don't really have any problems. There's not a lot of wrinkles. You're going to have some, I think, with any technique. No matter what you do, you're going to have some wrinkles. You're learning so much of different ways of doing things. Well, that's the idea, right, KK? We all inspire one another. Different ways that we do things. I mean, I've learned a lot from you as well. I think your sewing projects are gorgeous. I would have never thought to use ties, and they're coming out gorgeous, you know. So, like I said, we all learn from one another. I have been having so much fun doing resin that I'm going to be, I think I'm going to I'm not going to stop completely making albums and journals, but I'm going to, what do you call, I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm going to downsize a lot of my paper crafting. I don't have the patience for it. I have a hard time cutting certain things out sometimes because of the shakies. And I don't have that problem with the resin. So, what do you think? Wouldn't that be pretty? It's got to get another coat of Mod Podge on it. But I'm going to get them all cut out first. Make sure I don't have any edges. All right, we're going to let that one sit and finish drying. Like I said, there's a few wrinkles. I don't know if you can see them, but there are a few wrinkles. And probably going to end up with a few. Let me see if I can sometimes you can rub them out, you know, but all in all, I'm happy with the way this looks, and I like it. And when I put the thin coat of resin over the top, I'm going to add a little bit of crushed crystal to it. So let's get the next one ready to go. And I'm doing the Mod Podge on the back side, not the shiny side. I don't know if you can tell. There's a shiny side and then there's a flat side. Wait, do you see the skirt? Oh, thank you, Tammy. And Tammy, with her crocheting and knitting, I mean, my gosh, the things that woman can make, right? Sorry, I was getting some of the glue rubbed off my finger. Okay, let me get another. Okay, that'll work. Ooh. It's easy to cut this stuff out, I'll tell you. Got an ant. I don't know where that came from. Okay. We're already having problems with ants and stuff. Isn't that awful? Okay. Yeah. All right, let me get. Oops. Get my thin coat. Like I said, don't overdo, because you don't want it wet and sloppy, you know. And sometimes that's what happens, is things get wet and sloppy, and then your project doesn't come out very well. Sorry, I keep going out of frame. My camera got moved. They were working on some things in here, and somehow my camera got pushed around, and if I didn't notice it until after I went live, and if I mess with it while I'm live, it turns it off and moves it to the one on the laptop, and that's not what I want. So it is what it is. All right, let's see. Nope, not where I want you. Up a little further. There you go. There we go. There we go. We've got it. Much better. Much, much better. There. Okay. Alrighty. Let me figure out the best way to pick this one up. Got a few wrinkles. Like I said, gonna have a few wrinkles. It is what it is. It's decoupage. And decoupage, you get a few wrinkles. But it doesn't change the piece from being a pretty piece. You know, to me, it gives it character. See if I can. There we go. That way that'll be ready to peel off over here. Might be able to. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Yeah. And I'm going to go around the edge with a gold paint pen once it's done. Thought I was going to be a little late. I was working on dinner and got that all ready. So when hubby comes in, or Mom and Larry, they can eat their dinner whenever they want. I don't have to stop what I'm doing because I think Edna has bingo tonight. And I won't have to stop playing bingo or doing what I'm doing to fix them something to eat. It's already done. I hate cooking. It is my least favorite thing to do. And I'm the only one that does it. So, oh. Now, Mom and Larry will fix themselves something down at Mom's house, you know, if I'm not in the mood to cook. However, I prefer to fix something because then at least I know she's getting a little nutrition, not junk. You know what I mean? Well, thank you, KK. No, didn't see no uncle with the ant. Just the ant crawling on my arm. I don't know where it come from. Weird. There's no food in here. So maybe it came in to enjoy the air conditioning because we've had some hot days here. I'll tell you now, it's been quite muggy some days. Okay, now let me get around this little tail because I don't want that. There we go. That looks good. And I won't throw these scraps away either, y'all. We'll decoupage them on something as well. Don't ever get rid of your scrappies. You can always use them. And make sure that you have a nice sharp blade if you're going to use your X-Acto, because that'll help. I might have to take a little glue right there. That piece is wanting to move. It wasn't glued down good, so I'll take care of that here in a minute, and you'll never know. The only way you'll know is you were here, and I told you. Come on, let go. That looks so nice. Edges are nice and clean. See that nice clean edge? Makes me happy. All right, let me fix that. And all it is, I'm just going to take little teeny, tiny squirt. Not that. Jeez. Mod Podge is very runny, evidently, from the Dollar Tree. Okay. It's down now. There we go. It won't come back up now. Almost got it, didn't I? Almost. Up to whose house and organize? Oh, it is Wednesday. Why was I thinking today was Thursday? Sorry about that, y'all. Edna does not have bingo tonight. Edna has bingo tomorrow. I know what confused me. You've been doing yours on Wednesday, and instead you did it Tuesday. I get confused with days anymore. So rub, rub, rub your butterfly. Ugh, like I said, you want enough on to cover, but you don't want to leave enough to where it's, you know, too wet. Too wet. And the wetter, the least likely you are to get a good, I mean, it'll stick, but you're more likely to tear. You have to remember, tissue is delicate. Lay that there, and let's grab another piece. Gotta cut it. I forgot to go ahead and cut. Okay. All right, let's see if we can. I'm thinking I might have should have, honestly, ironed my tissue paper. I'm going to try that next time and see if that helps, if I iron it. All right, got that. Just take your time and rub it out. I've seen them use plastic wrap. It never worked for me. I've seen them do it. I know it, they've done it, but it doesn't work for me. It just goes back to what works for one person may not work for somebody else. Right? Okay. Ugh. All right, let's get this one started over here. I bet it's, oh, and I bought, wait till y'all see the new mold I got in. I got to pour it probably tomorrow. Mom wants one. And I'm thinking I'd like to try maybe and have it done for her for Easter. You'll understand when I show it to you. It's the, I'll just tell you what it is. It's the cross with the rose. And I've watched people do it. And there's one part on there, and I want you all to give me your opinion. To me, it doesn't look like part of the rose. To me, it looks like a blood drop, from Christ. And everyone's been doing it like part of the, I think it's called the calyx, the part under the rose. But it's not pointy like the others are, that are part of the calyx, that you can tell are part of the calyx. So I want y'all's opinion. Tell me what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let's see if I can up in here. There we go. Got that. Oops. It's a beautiful mold. And I was expecting it last week. And for some reason I bought it off of Temu. But for some reason between customs and USPS, it didn't update for over a week. And I don't know what happened with it, but it didn't get here as I expected it to, So it got here yesterday, I think. Like I said, I was expecting it last week. And when it didn't come in, I was getting kind of disappointed. with Easter coming up, this coming Sunday, I really wanted to have a few of them done, and didn't happen, not going to happen. I think I'll probably be lucky if I get my daughter's and my mom's done before Easter. So, which it's not an Easter piece, just, for Easter. I mean, it's a cross with a rose on it, and it's something that you could probably hang up and leave somewhere all year. So, okay, got that. Hang on a minute and I'll look at chat. I'm falling behind on chat. I know it, you guys. It happens. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. That looks so nice. Got a lot of wrinkles on that one. You're in one of your moods. Hey, Norma. No pictures are available. Why would I block you? Not a chance, KK. Not letting you off the hook that easy. I'm trying to rub down some of this. It's got a lot of wrinkles on that one. But, it is what it is. I still think they're pretty. And they'll be nice once we get them done. So that's that one. I got one more. Where'd I lay it? Over here. Now, I wonder, can I... Ooh, that'll fit. Will that fit? Oh, that'll fit. Yay. Okay. One of my moods. I don't know where it is, KK. If it's I don't know. I didn't see a suggestion. I didn't go back far enough, I guess. Sorry, I keep going out of frame. Like I said, my camera got just around in here, and I'm having a hard time staying in frame today. Sorry. It is what it is, right? Okay, I think I got it. And it doesn't look all wet and sloppy. So that makes me happy. Let me clean my finger off. No, it allows too much to get to it. Oh, no. Not there. Come up. Don't stick. You're going to tear right there. Come on. There. That got it. Enough. That got it enough. Not bad. Okay, that one looks pretty good down. On the crack. I can't move the tissue once it's down. It's not a crack, it's a fold in the paper, and once it gets stuck down, it's stuck down on itself. So all right, let me pick this up. Yeah, it sticks to itself. That's the problem. It's not like an air pocket. Let me get through here. Yeah, it's not like an air pocket on a piece. It's completely... Okay. I get what you mean about cutting the crack on like it's an air pocket. These aren't air pockets with the Mod Podge. It's in a crease. Let me pull that off, get that out of my way. Makes it so much easier. Where you at? There you are. Okay, get around this part of the wing where the two wings separate. Norma, how you doing today? You feeling better? I seen you hadn't been feeling well. Yeah, I want to pour some more of these with this resin crete, I think it is. And I want to see how they look with those other tissue papers that I picked up. I think they'll be pretty. Yeah, you see how tightly stretched that is? Still got a lot of congestion. All right, I think I got it. Looks pretty dang good. All right. I do need to get another coat of Mod Podge over the top now. But they look good. Now, I'm debating, should I use a brush or my finger? I'm thinking I'm just going to use my finger and brush it over the top. No need in getting a tool dirty now, right? Yep, fingers. But I do love the way that come out. Let me clean this up a little bit real quick. I've got another set of the butterfly coasters ordered. So, yay. Um, there, all these nice little extra pieces. I've got a zipper bag somewhere with all my scraps because I don't throw them out. They're too big to throw out. Now, that little stuff, absolutely, it'll go. Right now, you're going there. So I can tidy my desk up just a hair. That way I don't get any of the dust in the Mod Podge while it's curing, drying out. Things blow around in here with the air conditioner and the fan. And this way there's no dust on my desk for it to do that. Okay. I'm not going to say no dust. I'm sure there's dust somewhere. But, okay, got glue on my finger yet. Let me get it off where it kind of starting to roll. Okay. Already. Now, these are pretty. I like the sunflowers on the butterflies. These will be so cute. And they'll be waterproof, if you want to put them out on a patio or something. Like I said, I'm doing the coat of Mod Podge, and then we're going to leave them dry for a good 2-3 days because Mod Podge is made with water, and water and resin do not get along. So I won't be able to do the top coat of resin on them until the glue is completely dry. And I call it glue, it's Mod Podge, but it is made with glue. So, and I think they'll be so pretty with a little crushed crystal down in there. All right, there's that one. Get another one. Move these over here. Yeah, I do. I like this. I think it'll be so pretty. And I was going to buy the dispenser for the resin out of, trying to think the company. Is it Let's Resin? Anyway, it's a nice dispenser for your resin. It measures it and squirts, puts it out in the cup for you and everything. And they're sold out. So I'm waiting for them to get them back in. I'm hoping and praying that when they do get them back in, that we still get it for the sale price. I'm hoping anyway. I sent a message to the company, and I'll read what I got back. And the way I understand from the message that I got back, we will. There's a record of who asked when will it be back in and things like that. Tried to get it, but they sold out, and I want it. Come on, there we go. I want that machine. I'm trying not to go too far out of frame, but y'all know the deal today. The dealio. And I'm trying so hard not to leave a lot of thick spots, you know. Need a little drop more up here. But yeah, I've already got dinner fixed, so the rest of the day is mine to do with what I want. Are you hosting a bingo tonight too, KK? That's that one. Got one more to do. Come on. There we go. Is that I don't know why today I thought it was Thursday. And try to push from the center out. That way you don't bend in any of your loose edges. Nobody wants that. Oops. Just about got it. Okay. That looks good. And then tilt it a little bit because, you know, on your edges, sometimes it'll puddle up. And you don't want that either. All right. There they are. Yay. No, you're not. Okay. Well, maybe somebody else will host one tonight. Hint, hint. I'm sorry you're still sick, though, Norma. It sucks. Okay, let me clean my hands off, and I'll show you the mold I've been talking about. Oh, there. Because I got a lot in from Temu yesterday. Okay. This is like my favorite mold right now. See the rose? There. There we go. The rose and the cross. But now, this piece right here, I'm going to see this long piece right here? It looks like a drop of blood. This is a calyx up here, and they're pointed. This to me looks like a drop of blood from Jesus Christ. These are two spikes is what makes the cross. And that's why I'm thinking that's a drop of blood, not part of the calyx. But what do y'all think? I really want your opinion. My mom says that she thought that was a drop of blood as well because the calyx are pointed at the end and this is rounded. And with these being the spikes, you know, were they crucified? That's what I'm thinking. You think so too, KK? I mean, you can on YouTube put in the search for the cross with the rose, and you'll see this, and you'll see what I mean. It's to me that's too long. to be part of the calyx of the rose. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's part of the calyx. So I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do it as because, it's just right here. You think so too, Norma? I do too. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try and brush in the mica powders. I think I want the rose yellow. And I think I'm going to use kind of a coppery for the spikes. No, I'm not. I've got to let this cure, dry up some. I doubt I do it today. But it is a pretty mold. Like I said, that's one new one I got. And then I got the fairy door and windows and flowers and mushrooms. I've got a birdhouse. And I want to turn it into a fairy house. So it's even got little windows and a little flower box and all kinds of stuff. So I got that. What else? I got some hearts, new heart molds for some new pocket. You know what I'm talking about. And I bought 2 more of these molds. I love this mold. This mold is awesome for dumping your leftovers in, letting it cure up, and then using the scraps in other things. So I bought 2 of those. I got another set of the birds that are, well, the clear one. It's another set. And then I got a set of other little birds that have like the little feathers and everything. So I like those. I got some more nail foils. I didn't spend much. I got some mica glitters. Can't have enough glitter. I got another one of the teacups. And then I got a different teacup that has a heart on it and the saucer. Is there something else in here? Yeah. It's another little heart mold. Here they are. I got some heart stickers so I can do them on some little pocket hugs. Won't that be cute? Little beachy pocket hugs. So I got that. I'll show you the other cup. Oh. All right, there's the little saucer. Isn't that cute? And then there's a little cup, and it's got a heart on the cup. It's got a little heart on the cup. See, can you tell it? Oops. I don't know if it's going to show up, but there's a little heart there. And that's the saucer for that. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be cute? And I think I can even use this cup with that saucer. And I'm going to fix a hole in the bottom. Hang on a minute. I'm losing the battle with the cellophane bag. So I got to cut it. If I can make a hole in the bottom, nope, I don't know. It'll work. It's a little big, but it'd work. But I'm thinking make a hole in the bottom of the cup and use it to start a plant, when you first get them going until it gets going good. Wouldn't that be cute? Turn it into a little flower pot. That way you have the saucer to go under it. This one, I'm not sure if it would be deep enough. I know this one is. So, but it is so cute. And it might work. It might be okay. But that's what I got. And then I also ordered, I want to make a mold out of this. Oops. I got a megalodon tooth. You know, one of them big sharks, the giant sharks. Megalodon tooth. So I want to turn that into a mold and mold it. And I also, oh, wait till you guys see these. These will be cute. I want to turn these into, they'll be very thin flat molds, kind of like the coasters. But I want to do the crystal behind them. And I want to turn these into molds that I can hang out by the hot tub or off my deck. And they'll be, you could pour them then with the alcohol inks and they would kind of be sparkly and see-through. But there's a sea turtle. I don't know what kind of fish that is. And there's a seahorse and the crab. And I want to make those into a mold. And I think I've got a mermaid that's wooden that I got from Hobby. And she's a lot bigger that I want to turn into a mold as well. And I've also got a sea turtle that I want to do, another bigger sea turtle. I've got 2 other sea turtles that are different sizes. And I think those would be cute. Like I said, I'll put the sparkle. Let me find it. See if I can reach it. I'll put the diamond dust on the back and let it, and then that's what we will just leave like that and pour and turn into a mold. So that's another thing I want to get done. Like I said, there's so much I want to do. And then I want to try this out. Hubby got me the, it's a sander. So, let me see. Yeah. And it'll come out of the cradle. You push this button here. That. It's rechargeable. And it's got 3 speeds. Let me see if I can turn it on. There we go. So you can use it this way or you can use it in the cradle. And it also, let me turn this off. No, turn off. There we go. Anyway, it can also, I think this is it. Yeah, let me open this. There's more sanding pads. It's also got for a grinder and a polisher. So I think that'll be good to deal with. And I was so excited to get this. Oh, and extra pads. Where did I put the box for it so I can find the rest of it? I have no clue what I did with the box, but it's got the grinding wheel and the buffer pad, polishing pad in it. So, and I'm sure it's here. It's just where. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to let these dry, like I said. once they cure up here tonight, I can move them. I'm just going to leave them alone until they dry really good. We're not going to resin them for a couple of days. I just want to make sure that there's no moisture in that to mess up the resin, because resin and liquid do not get along at all. So, anybody going live doing anything the rest of the day? I'm sitting here picking glue off my fingers. Oh my. All right, that's all I got. I just wanted to get these done to this point. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything with them for a few days. I want to make sure certain that it's very dry so my resin doesn't do anything funny. And but I'm sure I'll be back on probably tomorrow and we'll work on one of the molds. So, y'all have a safe rest of your day, and I will see y'all later. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Remember to come back, comment, leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I appreciate it, and thank you. Bye, y'all.